Hello, children. We actually are here today working on not necessarily a commission. I wanted to do this out of the kindness of my heart for a friend. I'm really gonna try not to cry during this video, but his cat recently was put down. They were absolute best friends, and it hurt because I was like, that's gonna happen with my kitty one day, and I'm just not mentally ready for it, and it just started a whole shebang. So we're going to talk today about the cats that I've had in the past, which is going to be a nice little fun tale, including the ones we currently have, while we draw a little memorial piece of his kitty as an Among Us character. I had this idea when the kitty was still in the vet, and I'm like, no, I don't want to do that, because that just seems really premature, because I didn't know if the cat was going to improve or not, but sadly, she didn't, so his little lily flower passed away. Her name was Lilly. So definitely pay our respects to Miss Lilly today. So I kind of started a little rough sketch. I literally just went ham with this sketch. I didn't do like any rhyme or reason, so we're just gonna do that here today. But when I was a kid, we're gonna go in. When I was a kid, we went to Walmart. I think I was 4, if I remember correctly. Sorry, got a little focused. But, went to Walmart, and there was a family giving away cats. And of course, me as a child, I'm like, oh, the kitties! I needed a kitty, oh my god. I wanted the one cat that no one wanted, because I thought at that young of an age, I thought she was such a beautiful creature. Oh my god. Her name was Fiona. I got her as a kitten. I had her up until I was 17. No, I'm sorry, up until I was 15. She was 17 years old when she passed away. She was an old girl. Oh my goodness, bless her heart. But I picked her. My parents are like, why do you want that one? She was a black cat. She was a black cat with emerald green eyes. She was beautiful. Oh my god. Beautiful, stunning. And my parents were like, well, she's a black cat. Are you sure you want that? And I'm like, I don't care. She's pretty. That was my thing. I'm like, the cat's pretty. I want this cat. I wasn't like, I want this cat. I wasn't that kind of child. But, you know, it was one of those things. This is really rough sketch so far while I'm talking. But, Fiona Charisse was her full name. I miss her. Oh my goodness. She was my buddy. Like, straight up. She would follow me around. We would play together. It was like having a dog in a cat's body. That's what she was. And she was my buddy, man. She was my pal. And then, when I was 15, we were going to move to Georgia. That's a separate story. But, we were gonna move to Georgia, and my dad wanted to get rid of the cat. And, of course, I'm like, fuck you, no. Like, straight up, at 15, I looked at my dad in the eye, and I'm like, fuck you, no. Absolutely not. And it ended up being, we had to anyways, just for the sake of her health. It got to where she didn't have kidney problems that I was aware of, but she was getting pretty senile. It was hard for her to walk. And it hit me like a train wreck. I was like, okay, I should put her out of her misery, because it got to where she wouldn't move, and if she did move, she would meow, and it would sound painful. So it's like that was rough. That was a rough time, but it was good. She's up in cat heaven now with everybody else. Let's see. I had Monica. Monica was another cat that I had. Fucking asshole of a father. Sorry, my bad. I'm sorry, I shouldn't. So, for those that are new, my relationship with my father is non-existent. So if I ever bash my dad, no hate, because you weren't there. No hate. I've had to tell people that a couple times. Toxic is toxic. Anywho, Monica was a feisty black and white cat. She kind of actually looks a little bit like Moxie, but skinnier, but pure black and white, no brown. And I didn't honestly have her for that long. I had her for maybe 6 months. I love that cat, though. She was a sweet cat. She was really nice. One day I was playing with her a little too rough, and she scratched my leg. Like, that's any cat. If you play with them rough, they're gonna get defensive. And she gave me a big old scratch on my leg. It didn't need stitches. It didn't even bleed. It was just a scratch. That was it. And my dad freaked the fuck out, and he's like, nope, we're getting rid of the cat. So that, I think I was 6 when that happened. I was so confused as to what was going on, because I didn't know why my cat was going away. I was like, I don't understand, because my dad made it seem like it was my fault. And at 6 years old, I'm like, even at 26, I'm like, I don't understand that. It was an accident. It was a child playing with a pet. The pet got upset. It literally didn't even bleed. So it's like, okay. It's like, why? What the fuck? I get a little touchy with that, because it's like, dude. But anywho, got rid of her, and then after that, when did we have a cat again after that? Trying to think. We had Fiona for a while. We got Amelia when I was 9. We got her in Texas. Oh my god, I actually need to draw something, huh? I'm so sorry, kids. But at school one day, I was in 4th grade, and one of the teachers comes up, and they're like, hey, we're giving away some cats at school. You know, you should come by and check it out. And I was like, yeah. So my mom picked me up, and my dad worked at the same school that I went to, which made it really difficult to fuck around, but, you know, I wouldn't have done it anyways. But, where was I going? Where was I at? Shit. Come back to me! Oh, so my mom picked me up, and I'm like, Mom, let's go look at these cats, you know, while we're waiting for Dad. You know, I heard they're in the cafeteria, you know, looking for homes, you know, da-da-da-da-da. And so we go over, and the first cat I see was Amelia. My heart dropped through my chest. She was so cute. She was a kitten. She was a calico kitten, and she had the most beautiful coat. Ah. Bless her soul. She did finally pass away, I think, a year ago. It's been a while since I've talked to my mom, and she was with my mom when I left her. So I don't know when she passed away, but I know she did. I don't know if it was a happy passing or a rough passing. That part honestly hurts me a little bit, because I don't know what exactly happened to her. I pray that she had a happy ending, and didn't suffer. Now that I think about that, it's because it's like, I don't actually even know what really happened. We're getting deep today, y'all. It's happening. We're getting in. But anywho, she was with us until, well, we got her, I think, in 2001, 2000, I believe. Some early 2000s, one of those. And, me and my mom just fell in love with her. And we immediately were just like, yep, I don't even give 2 shits what Dad says. We're getting the cat. That was my mom's words. I don't give 2 shits what your father says. We're getting this cat. And we took her home. And she became part of the family. She just molded right in. Her and Fiona got along great. I learned how to take care of a kitten again. It was nice. I miss her. She was a fun little cat. We actually taught her how to play fetch. Actually, I can't say we. I can't take the credit for that. My nephew actually taught her... Not my nephew. I'm sorry, my cousin. My cousin taught her how to play fetch. She straight up... Tinkle balls were her thing. She would find a tinkle ball, put it in her mouth, run around the house with it, meowing until someone would play with her. And it was the cutest thing. It was so pure. It was so innocent. It was just, Animals are a true blessing. They really are. So his kitty cat has kind of like those folded down ears. I don't know how to describe it, so I'm going to try to interpret it as best as I can. Let's see, who did we have after Amelia? We had... Oh, no, she doesn't have bent over ears. My apologies, it was just the angle of the photo. Well, I gotta redo these ears. I'm glad I checked that, because that would have been awkward. Like, why did you send me a picture of a dog? That's not it, it's your cat. She has those ears, right? So I think after Amelia, because we were in Texas at the time, we moved to Hawaii, and we found Aloha. Her name was Aloha. She looks pretty much exactly like Moxie, just a skinnier version of Moxie, and by skinny I mean like normal size. No hate on my cat. My cat's chubby, and no. But, oh my god, that leaf scared me to death. I thought it was a butterfly. I was about to book the frick out of here. Anyway, her name was Aloha. She was a feral cat. She was absolutely feral, so she wasn't with us for very long. She ended up running away. She just kept breaking. She literally kept tearing her way out of the screens. We couldn't leave the windows open. Hawaii was hot sometimes, so it's like, we needed the windows open, man. Then after that, we had Sokka. A lot of my friends know of Sokka. Originally, his name was Crystal. I named him after a friend of mine, actually, in Hawaii. But, one day we looked down at his booty, and we're like, you got some ghibli bits. You ain't a girl. Because his meow was so feminine. Like, I'm not, like, trying to associate genders to my cat, but it was just such a feminine meow, and we just assumed based off that he was a female. So he was Crystal for about 6 months, and then we're like, are you really a dude? And then we're like, well, crap, what do we name you? And I'm like, how about Sokka? Because I was really into Avatar at the time. And Sokka was my favorite character for a little bit. So it was kind of like a, oh, hey. He was a black cat. He had a nice little white patch on his chest. He looks like a little tuxedo kitty. It was really cute. I miss him. He loved chicken. He wouldn't eat anything, like human food-wise, until we brought home some Winco chicken one night for dinner, and he jumped up on our lap and literally took the box from us. We're like, oh, okay, you like chicken. That's your thing. But sadly, little Sokka didn't. Poor Saki. I'm not trying to be, like, depressing. I'm just talking about my cats and just my life. Poor Saki. One day he started to get sick, and we couldn't understand why. My mom refused to take him to the vet. At the time, I was a teenager, so I didn't quite fully understand the situation of the household. I thought we had money. It's possible we could have had money. It's possible we were broke at the time. I don't know. But my mom was firm on not taking him to the vet with no reasoning. And I'm like, our cat is sick. Why? Why can't we take him to the vet? And he ended up having FIV, which is basically kidney failure for cats, essentially. And what ended up happening was we went to pick him up to try to cuddle him, and he just let out this painful scream. At that moment, we took him to the vet, because I was like, I started to cry, and I'm like, we need to take this cat to the vet. By the time we got there, he already got worse. When they went to take him back for tests, he passed away. So that was a day, because I had just started dating my now husband, and I messaged him, and I'm like, do you have a shovel? That was the only thing I asked. No context, just, do you have a shovel? I think his response was something akin to, like, did I need to hide a body or something? But I was like, no, my cat died. After Sokka, we had Lenora Pearl. Oh, wait, I totally forgot. I'm sorry. Lenora's later. We had Twilight after Sokka. We had Twilight. Twilight actually was technically my dad's cat. My mom found him. He was abandoned in her elementary school's dumpster. Someone just left a bag of cats. Bastards. Anyway, well, she brought home this black little kitten. I come home from school, I get off the bus, I come inside, and there's just this cute little black thing just streaking across the floor, and I'm like, does somebody want to explain something to me? It was so cute. He was still needed to be bottle fed when we first got him. That is how young he was. He was tiny. And around that time was when Twilight was a big thing, and we had just finished watching it, and my dad was like, I want to name the cat Twilight, and we're like, okay, I can't be mad at that. It's not like we would have had a choice anyways, but you know, that's separate story, separate days. But Twilight was a quiet cat. He really doesn't have a meow. It's kind of like a meh. So I want to say he's partly deaf, because there's been a lot of times we try to communicate with him, and it's either he ignores us, or he can't hear. And can't hear makes a little bit more sense with how his meow is. So we never really got that clarified. I had Twilight for a couple years. Twilight, hopefully, knock on wood, is still alive. I really hope so. He was a good cat. Not really much about Twilight, really. Twilight came to us at a bad time. Probably after a week we got Twilight was when my dad was arrested. When my parents had that huge fight. Yeah, that was a bad day. That was a fucked up day. Oh my god. That's a separate story. If you guys actually want to know about that, comment on Patreon on this video, and I will do a separate video about that if you guys want to know. I'm trying to kind of get back into like some of my mental health talks that I used to do on my old TikTok channel, because they really helped people, and that's really all I want to do, man. That's all I want to do. Just help some peeps do their thing. But anywho, it was around that time that my dad got arrested, and that cat, I wouldn't say the cat saved me, but the cat kept me sane for quite a while, because for a while there, I was really depressed. I was in what I call sentry mode. When I'm in sentry mode, I don't allow anything to bother me. I literally, it is the one time that you could shoot somebody in front of me and I would not react. I would not. I would just be like, and it sometimes scares people when I get like that, because it's like I'm not being apathetic. I'm just literally trying to A, protect myself, and B, protect those around me, because at that point it's like, okay, I need to make sure nothing goes wrong around me to affect those people. And Twilight kind of helped me get out of that a little bit. And I probably sat in my room one day and cuddled him for about 3 hours just crying. Because I was 16 at the time, and I felt like at that moment I grew up to age 30. Like, I really did. It was a grow up overnight experience, because it was like, okay, it's just me and mom now. Soon it's going to be just me. What do I do? What? So that was fun. But after Twilight, we had Lenora Pearl. Lenora. Oh, all right. We're back. I needed to get me some more coffee and have a small smoke break. Excuse me. So Lenora Pearl. I didn't have her for very long. I genuinely had her for a week. It was a stray cat that was coming around our house, and my mom decided to take it in. And the day before my mom was going to take her in, she got hit by a car. I wasn't severely attached to the cat, so I was just kind of like, well, that's a fucking bummer, dude. Okay. I was upset, but I wasn't, like, crying upset. I was more a little angry, because I was like, what the fuck? Why? You just hit a cat, you bastard. Anyway, but it was very short-lived for Lenora. Who did we get after Lenora? I think that was when I got Callie and Moxie. They were the next ones. For those that are new, I'm going to recap for those that have known this, but for those that are new, my cat Callie I still have her. I got her back in 2013. That actually is a funny story. So my husband was, at the time, he was my boyfriend. We were separate at the time. Long story. We got back together though, so it's all good. Excuse me. And, we need brown. And, there we go. Sorry, I got a little intense on that. My Callie got her in 2013. She was a gift from my mother-in-law. So I had just got my first apartment. I was super happy, super proud of myself. I saved up money. That is honestly the only time I saved up money, was to get the fuck out of that house. But anyway, she texts me one day. She's like, I have a surprise for you. And I'm like, oh, that's awesome. At that moment in time, I honestly thought it was a bed set. Because there was a bed set that I was eyeing, and I had told her about it. I was like, when I get the money, I'm going to get this bed set. It's going to be great. So I thought she got it for me as a surprise, or, something traditional, like a coffee pot or a coffee mug or chairs, whatever, old furniture. Her niece runs out of my husband's boyfriend's old bedroom. I don't know what to call him in this scenario. And she's like, did you see the kitty we got you? And I'm like, the what? I remember that moment. I was just like, the what? And I go into my boyfriend husband's old room, and there's Callie just rolling around on the carpet, just rolling on her back, just wiggling her feeties. That was a moment. That was a moment, I tell you, because that was love at first sight. Like, that truly was love at first sight. We did not get along very well at first, me and the cat. There literally was a moment. Excuse me. I called my mom at 3 a.m, and I'm like, please take this cat from me. Please. It was the only time that I ever wanted to get rid of her. She's a masochist, I swear. She likes pain. She likes getting spanked. Like, she likes being squirted with water. She's a BDSM cat, if you will. She takes to punishment to mean that, go do it again. She would tear up my apartment floor carpet. Yeah, I'm talking about you. She just came in. Hi, kitty. Yes, we're talking about you. And she would tear up the carpet that would meet from the hallway to my bedroom. And you would tear and tear and tear and tear, and I couldn't sleep. Like, holy crap, no matter what I did, I couldn't drown out the noise, because you were so loud. Oh my god. And if it wasn't her tearing up the carpet, she was jumping all over the walls, trying to get at my hair flowers, getting into drawers. You were crazy as a kitten, man. But I love you. Yes. My sweetness. Okay, I need to actually do some drawing instead of just talking. Anywho, I totally don't have my glove. We'll work with it for now. But, got her fixed, did all that responsible stuff with her, and honestly, after she was fixed, she calmed down. I wouldn't say you calmed down, you just became a smartass. I think is what happened. Because she's so unpredictable. She'll be in your lap, purring, cuddling, fluffing you, and then 2 seconds later, she slaps you across the face, and it's like the absolute shit, dude. But you're my sweetie. She definitely is my emotional support animal. She definitely is. And she knows, too, when I'm having either a BPD episode or a depression episode, she knows. Because she will just attach herself to me and just purr and just knead and headbutt. And it helps. It does. It really helps. She's definitely a sweetie. And then, after Callie, Me and my, at the time, fiance, husband, Austin, we... I'm just thinking back to that time. Oh, man. It's been 9 years and I still get butterflies. Like, is that crazy? Anywho, my face is completely tomato red. It's adorable. Anyway, we had just gotten our first apartment together. We had rented out a quadplex. Well, we didn't rent out the whole thing, but we rented one of the apartments in the quadplex. That's what I meant to say. Weirdo. And we were on the bottom floor, and one day it was raining, and I see this cat streak across the window in the rain, and she just kind of chilled out in the windowsill because it was dry. It was at least, you know, not raining. It was wet, but it wasn't raining on her. And I look at Austin, and I'm like, hey, go get the cat. He goes and gets the cat. Yeah. Ever since, she has been his cat. Like, absolutely. She honestly did not take to me until recent. And I honestly think that's because I got her out of my mom's house. Long story short, I really think my cat was kind of on to the whole energy of the household and just did not like my mom because of it, because she has never liked her at all. At all. And, she finally took to me about a year ago. But no, not a year ago. I would say about 2 years ago. And we've had her for almost 5 years now. Maybe longer. I'm bad at time right now. But her original owners were stoners. And that should have been my foreshadowing to my future life. Dear God. What do I need? I'm not gonna lie, it is a little hard to see the colors outside. But they were stoners, and I honestly think she went through a withdrawal phase when we got her, because she ate and kept eating. We literally had to put the bag into a cabinet that was high up because she would get to the cat food. It did not matter if we had it in the dish. If there was no food in the dish at all and it was just in the bag, she would tear into the bag and get the food. Got her fixed. She kind of calmed down a little bit. Cat went absolutely apeshit, though, when she got out of the cat hospital. Oh my God. Like, she was running all over the place, literally bouncing off walls, jumping up on the high things. It was insane. She ended up eating the first stitches completely out. We had to take her back to get new stitches. We had to have a cone on her. Oh my gosh. It was... that was a time to be alive. And wow, that was crazy. And now they're both happy kitties with us down in Nampa. Hi, sweetie. They're both indoor-outdoor cats. So they seem very happy. So I'm glad. I'm glad. That's all the animals I've had. Or, okay, not all the animals. I've had Lord's other animals. But as far as cats go, that's as many cats as I've had. I didn't have anything to say about, personal about Lilly to Michael, because I didn't know the cat itself. But I know that they were absolutely best friends. So I didn't quite know what to talk about in this video, so I was like, you know what, we're just going to talk about all the cats that I've had in my life. Because that's all I know. So I hope you like that story. Sorry about some of the anger. We're working on it. Oh no. Who disturbs me? No. Shh. There we go. Okay. Put it on vibrate. We're good. Okay, so I got my initial layers. More of a... Yeah. Okay. So I bought a special glove specifically for this. I'm using my shirt right now, which is what I hate doing, but I am way too lazy right now to go all the way inside to get it. So we're just gonna make do because the sun is on my feet. It feels amazing. Oh my god. I love the sun. I love heat. Which is a bummer because ultimately I want to move to the Washington area, which is going to be cold again for majority of the year, but it's like I'm enjoying the sun while it's here. Love me that vitamin D. The actual vitamin D. Get your head out of the gutter. Jeez, Cody. Lord, honey child, it is hard to stream in this household. Okay, alright. Let's get going here. Let's get going on this cat skin. Let's talk about Michael a little bit. Michael actually reminds me of Donald Sutherland. He looks a lot like Donald Sutherland, like a younger version. Like him and crap, what's the movie? Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Alright, so I went back inside, had me some delicious cookies. Had me some coconut water. Color this dish in. And I have a picture of the lovely little creature on my computer so I can get this right. Hold on. We're gonna create another layer because I totally forgot about her little collar. Doing just a rough thing. I do this with like anything new that I draw. I always do like a new layer. Crap, what was I doing? Oh, okay. I don't actually know what the color is. The color. Hold on, y'all. Let's actually be smart. Let's Facebook stalk Michael for a second. Let's find a picture of his kitty cat. Photos. Perf. Let's see. Oh, that's a better picture. So we're gonna do another little tracer here because we want to make sure that this part is white. I'm just kind of drawing some like lines for my sake so that I know what's what. Because otherwise I will forget and then I'll just be confused and I'll be like, son of a bitch. Okay. I don't know what color the collar is, so we're just gonna... Thirsty. Needing my milk. We're gonna go with a nice dark orange. Balls. I'm using the wrong thing. always forget to wear my darn glove. So I totally messed up, and I totally did not hit record for a chunk of this, so we colored it in. We got the fur down. I used a fur brush number 6 to be specific, because I like the pattern. That was my bad. I apologize profusely. I'm so sorry. The words going in here. That's not what I want. There we go. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. This actually looks really cute so far. It's always a sad day when you have to say goodbye to a fur baby. It's like, oh, my heart. There's one a little more there. I kind of took the brown and darkened it just a little bit. I actually need to pull up her picture again because I don't remember what she looks like off the top of my head at the second. Pardon me, I am so sorry. Let's see. Got the little mittens on the feeties. She's got a little bit. I need a better picture, y'all. Hold up. Photos. We're Facebook stalking again. There's a good picture of her. Oh, that's not the best picture. That's not the best picture either. It was probably as good as I'm gonna be able to get it. Really. Yeah. Hold on a sec. Oh, I don't have them on this device anymore. Crap. Oh well. Hold on, kids. I need to look at something. Because I made Among Us pictures of my cats, and I don't remember if I put the nose on it or not. I didn't put the nose, but I put the mouth. Okay, I was like, I know I did something. It's not the right color. I want that. Ah! It's even the wrong brush. It almost looks like a mustache. Give Miss Lilly a little smile. Michael, if you ever subscribe to my Patreon and you see this video, I truly am sorry for your loss. I really am. Oops. The background for this, I actually want to kind of be orange, because he uses a lot of oranges in his paintings. He's a watercolor painter. And I noticed he kind of has a similar color scheme. And I don't mean that in, like, a way of hate. So I like his color schemes. He's a very good watercolor artist. So I always use sponge dab. I go in there just for a little bit of detail. And then I go in with a dark blue. That was way too big. Gonna cover the bottom. Because we all know how the Among Us guys look. Gonna blend that a little bit, make another layer. Grab some white, go over the top. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. She working. She working. Now I can put the whiskers in without it being looking weird. Those were too big. I'm sorry? Oh. Ah! I fucked up. And then I want some underneath the eye. So that I could do it on the other side. Okay. I can actually say she is ready for shading. So we're gonna shade this a little differently today because I want this to kind of look. Hold on. Now that I think about it, I want this to look like a watercolor painting. So we're gonna take this specific background. It's my favorite. And plus it doesn't affect the color that much. Some of the foregrounds I do really affect the color. Like Leonardo's sketchbook, for example, that yellow really distorts the color. Sometimes it looks good, sometimes it don't. We're gonna make, oh, that layer right there, I'm gonna paste. I'm gonna freeform stretch it, and then we're gonna go to linear burn. Oh my gosh, yeah, that looks more like a painting. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna cry. Okay, so I got a nice dark brown. A dark brown. And then I actually want to shade. I'm not doing my usual shading. I usually tend to shade the Among Us characters in the same way. I'm trying not to do that this time. Some underneath there. Shade that a little bit. Get some on that ear. Okay. I think my husband's home. If he is, we're going to take a break. Oh, backup options. It was like my computer's making noise. Let's see. Let's work on the crown really quick because I'm having a little bit of a brain fart with the cat. So I'm going to turn this into Alpha Lock. And I'm going to do Gauzy and Blur because I want to blend together those two colors. Just like that. Gonna make a clipping mask. We're gonna go in with a dark orange. We're gonna do a couple layers. We're gonna go to texture. We're gonna go to, or even gold leaf texture 1. It's one of my favorites. We're gonna go back and forth with some color. Just like that. And then we're going to take it. So I want it to have a little bit of a border. Hello? Oh, it's Alpha Lock. I was like, where is it? Just a little. You know what, guys? I really like this. Oh my goodness. Let's see. I need a little bit of shadowing in the ears. Just a little. Not a lot. Remember, I'm not doing my usual with this. I'm just kind of going with the flow. We're going to combine this because we're going to do something. We're going to take this whole thing. We're going to shrink it just a little. We're going to even it. Bring it right to the top. It's even, but it doesn't look even to me, so I'm just going to move it a little bit. I'm going to try to do some calligraphy. I'm going to do it in black. You know what, well, let's see how it looks first. It may actually turn out decent. E, B, son of a biscuit bean. You know what? You know what? Screw you. We're going right to YouTube. Fucking, yeah, use that account. Sorry, my frustration will be explained in a little bit. I've been trying to upload my hour-and-a-half long video for 3 hours now, and it keeps giving me shit, so I'm getting a little frustrated with it. Okay, so let's take this, let's make this whole thing. F. Make that a little smaller. F-O-R. This may not be the final placement of everything. That's not. Yeah, that is how you do an L. Duh. I don't really like how it looks with my calligraphy. I was wanting to have like a handwritten moment. I'm not here for it. No. I'm not there for it, man. So let's do this. How dare you? Edit. Select. Sorry, I had my pencil in my mouth. There's actually one in particular that I want to use. Simple monologue. Full. Fuck your couch. Making me do shit the complicated way? Damn. Okay. Forever Lily. Oh my goodness. I want a little bit of a border on the text, just a little bit. Let's get funky with the background. Let's get a little bit of life in here, because it does look like a painting, which is what I wanted, but really trying not to cry. It's like, I never thought I would be doing a pet memorial. I wasn't asked to do this. I'm doing this out of the kindness of my heart, because I understand that pain. Pretty sure a lot of you here understand that pain. Of course, we have to go in with some alcohol ink, because it's me going in with one of my favorite brushes. Let's get some orange. Let's get some orange in on this. Let's get some yellow. There we go. Ah, may you rest in peace, little kitty. If you guys, this is something that I would actually like to do, like, memorial pieces for, like, family, pets. It's something that I've wanted to do for a while. I used to make lanyards when I was in middle school for, like, kids at school that would have family members pass away. I would make them a lanyard out of their loved one's favorite colors, and it feels good to do, and it makes them happy. It gives them something, you know, to remember them by. And it's like, I would love to do that. So if you guys, I'm not wishing for death or anything, but if anybody has had, like, a family member pass or, like, a pet pass, and you want, like, a memorial piece done, I will happily do that for you. Legitimately, I have not thought about prices. But, oops, I need to give this my seal of approval. What's wrong with me? Even commissions get my seal of approval. They gotta be approved. There we go. That's the signature.